In this video, we are going to be talking about multiplication of numbers from 1 to 12. We have 4 videos that we'll be considering that considers numbers 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 9, and 10, 11, 12. As we go through these numbers, we will be discussing the pattern of the number operations that really shows the addition, subtraction, and division. And it becomes more interesting as you get familiar with this number operation when you notice the pattern that exists in between. We encourage you to get a notebook and a pen for practice so that as the understanding comes clearer, you can pause the video and you can practice, and we make it possible that at the end we will direct you to a site so that you can download some workbook that you can actually play around with to reinforce your knowledge of what you have acquired from multiplication of these numbers. So let's start with the first one, number 1. You notice in the table we try to break it down in such a way that you'll be able to see the numbers that we are multiplying and how we multiply them from 1 to 12. In the middle box, you see how addition plays into multiplication. And on the right hand side of the box, you see how we can use same numbers and divide them to give us what we just multiplied. And this helps us to see how this operation goes hand in hand. I'm just going to select a few examples from number 1. So look at the fourth item here. You notice that we have 1 times 4 equals to 4. What does that mean? We are saying 1 in 4 places. And if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, if we add them together, it gives us 4. And same thing on the right hand side when we divide. If we divide 4 by 1, it's going to give us 4. So we can always see how the number play out for number 1. But let's go to the second piece where we can play with more understanding of the integration of these exercises, how they play into each other. So we have 2 times 1. What does that mean? We are saying 2 in 1 place. That is 2 times 1. When we say 2 times 2, we are saying 2 in 2 places. You can actually add it together. That will be equals to 4. For 2 times 3, we are saying 2 in 3 places. That is 2 plus 2 plus 2 will give us 6. And then 2 times 4, we are saying 2 in 4 places. And that takes us to 2 times 11, 2 in 11 places. And 2 times 12, that is 2 in 12 places. In the middle box, you will notice how we had all of these numbers repetitively based on the numbers that we are considering. So you can see clearly how this number actually add up. So take for example 2 times 6. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that gives us 12. And if we come to the right hand side to check out the division, let's look at 2 times 2. We say 2 in 2 places equals 4. If we had 2 times, it would still be equals to 4. Now, if we want to divide, if we say 4 divided by 2, see, it's going to give us 2. And that is why you have the answer in colored version. So we come here also to 2 times 3. 2 in 3 places, that is 6. If we come to the additional part, we can add 2 plus 2 plus 2 to give us 6. If we come to the division side, if we use 2 to divide 6, we're going to have it in 3 places. And this is how you see the pattern played out, so that when you want to memorize the multiplication, it will really help you to see that you can do addition and division as you go along. And we continue to build on this concept in our conversation. So we'll go to the third one. Look at the third one. We have 3. 3 times 1, that means 3 in 1 place. 3 times 2, that means 3 in 2 places. We are adding it on the right hand side. 3 times 3, that means we have 3 in 3 places. 3 times 4, we are saying 3 in 4 places. And we can add it until 12. So we have 3 times 12. We are saying 3 in 12 places. And that gives us 36. So if we want to check out the division part of it, we can look at, say for example, 5. So we have 5 times 3. 3 times 5. That is 3 in 5 places. If we actually try to divide and say 15 divided by 3, it will be equals to 5. And that will be the correct answer, as you can see in this box. So by the time you build your own table to play around with it, your knowledge of multiplication will get stronger. And I would like to add, for conclusion of this video, for numbers 1 to 3, you'll notice that the number of times that we are multiplying a number increases by that number each time. So you can see 3 appears in 1 place, 3 appear in 2 places, 3 appear in 3 places, just following the sequence of this number. And by the time we make that repetition, it continues to help us to see that we can also do subtraction. So that look at 3 in 4 places, for example. If we have 12, if we take 3 away from 12, it's going to give us 9. If we add 3 to 9, it will give us 12. And up and down the aisle. So if we go back up, we subtract. If we go down like this, it will mean we are adding. And also, we learned that if we don't want to add this number continuously, we can take the shortest route, multiply them. That way, we'll be able to have a clearer understanding of the numbers. So, as you can see, understanding multiplication also helps our mind and our memory to be able to juggle number very quickly. So I hope to see you in the next video, where we continue with 4, 5, and 6. Thank you.